Hey, what's up guys? Dennis Sepulveda here from DennisKnowsRealEstate.ca. We are now in August 2025, so we're halfway through the summer. I hope you guys have been enjoying this amazing weather. I know I have. I've been out there playing a lot of tennis and golf and hitting the seawall with my dog Ridley. And I've been actually surprisingly busy considering the market is pretty slow overall. So real estate for me has been quite busy this year, which is a good problem to have. But I hope you guys have been out there enjoying the sunshine as well. So we're going to talk about what's going on in the market, and let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. All right, so let's just dive right into the numbers here, you guys. The Greater Vancouver REALTORS, which is formerly the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver, reports that residential home sales in the region were 13.9% below the 10-year seasonal sales average. So the sales were really slow last month. Newly listed for sale on the MLS system in Metro Vancouver is up slightly from last month and surprisingly 12.4% above the 10-year seasonal sales average. What's more interesting is that the total number of properties currently listed for sale on the MLS system in Metro Vancouver is up 19.8% from last year, and get this, it's up 40.2% from the seasonal sales average. So we're seeing a massive buildup of properties. There's not a lot of new inventory, but this property is kind of starting to build up because things aren't moving. So we're seeing this backlog of inventory as properties are sitting on the market. Across all property types, the sales to active listings ratio for July 2025 is currently sitting at 13.8%, which means it's a balanced market. Now, I know a lot of people are saying it's a buyer's market, and it certainly feels like that in a lot of places, but officially we are in a balanced market overall. So what do down sales and influx of inventory do for prices? Well, the MLS Home Price Index for all property types in Metro Vancouver is currently sitting at 1.165, which is down 2.7% from last year, which makes perfect sense considering that sales are down and inventory is up. Buyers everywhere are looking for deals, and believe me, there are deals to be had. There are motivated sellers willing to sell at a loss, which is very rare in Vancouver. So what does all this mean for buyers and for sellers? Well, for sellers, generally I'm telling sellers right now, it's not a great time to sell, to be honest, but it really depends on your personal situation. So for example, if you bought in 2021 at the peak of the market and you're selling now, it's not a great time. I'm telling my sellers to hang on and wait a few years for the market to bounce back. But if you bought 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, and the small difference in the price, you bought a $200,000 property, now you're selling for 1.5, not a big deal. That's fine. Go ahead and take the loss if you need to. It's not such a big drop. And it also doesn't matter if, for example, if you are upsizing. So I have clients right now that are selling their condo and then they're buying a detached or a townhouse in the same market. In that case, it might actually prove to your advantage because, if let's say the market is 10% down right now, 10% off of a $500,000 property is a lot less than 10% of a $1.5 million property. So you might actually gain there if you're doing a lateral move in the same market. To my buyers out there, this is an absolutely amazing time to buy. You have your choice. There are motivated sellers out there. You can generally go in to a lot of properties and put in under asking offers with full subjects. So for my, buyers always complain in Vancouver that there's never a good time to buy. Well, I'm telling you guys, this is the window. This is the time. Now, I find a lot of buyers, they think, well, it could go worse. The market could crash and prices could go down even further. Yes, they could, but it could also bounce back at any moment. So, if the Fed in the US decides to lower interest rates, Canada will likely follow suit, in which case that will bring in a whole bunch of more buyers into the market, and that could potentially buy up the market and bring in prices to go back up again. So I think it's just a matter of time before prices return back to the higher levels. So if you're looking to buy, now is really your window. And trying to time the market is extremely difficult. So I wouldn't look at that as a strategy, trying to wait for that bottom, because once you know the bottom is in, you're already past it, right? So, think of it like the stock market. You're trying to track a stock going down. Once it reaches the bottom, then, you don't know you're out of that bottom until you've actually come out of it again. So anyway, there you go, you guys. If you want to talk about what you're specifically looking to do, please contact me anytime. I'm always happy to chat. It's always case by case. There is no one formula for everybody. So really, we need to talk about what you're looking to do, in which case just call me and we'll have a sit down and we'll talk about it anytime. There you go, you guys. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that was informative. Please like, subscribe, comment below. If you have any questions, please reach out to me anytime. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.